Hi guys, I'm Lilly Keys, celebrity makeup artist, and in this week's episode of Wedding Bells, I'm going to be showing you how to recreate this really beautiful, pretty, long-lasting wedding guest makeup. Okay, so with the skin prepped and primed, we're going to start on the foundation. I'm going to be using this amazing foundation by Bobbi Brown. It's called Skin Foundation. It's in a honey shade. Just going to be taking a little bit on my hand. This is a slightly warmer colour than soapy skin tone, but sometimes I feel like that really makes your skin look really warm instead of too pale. We're going to be blending it really nicely over the jawbone as well, so we don't see any tide lines. I'm going to be using my foundation brush from MAC. I'm going to start from the centre of the face out like I always do. For the concealer, I'm going to be using Estée Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover in medium deep. I'm going to be using my slightly fluffy brush from MAC and just going around the nose where people tend to get a bit red under the eyes. You use this very sparingly under the eyes because it's quite a heavy concealer. The skin is good and there's no other blemishes that you need to cover. So now we're going to do the brows. I'm going to be using my clear mascara from Collection for this, just to get them brushed in the right direction. This helps to set them as well. I'm now going to be using my eye definer brush from Bobbi Brown. I always use this brush for brows, even though you can use it for eyeliner as well. I'm going to be using my cute little eyebrow palette from Smashbox, which is just amazing because it comes with two separate colours and it comes with wax as well, which helps set the brow even more. Just going to be dipping the brush into both colours and putting it on the wax. This is why my wax looks like this, because I've mixed it all together. And it's just to kind of give definition to the face. So we're doing the mascara next. Still going to be using trusty waterproof mascara, this time by Rimmel, and this is Super Volume Mascara in black. As a wedding guest, you still might cry, so you can never be too safe. So I'm applying my mascara like I usually do, just really wiggling it into the roots so it's most of the black colours at the bottom. We don't want any clumps at the end. So I'm really fanning the mascara out because it's quite a lashy look. We can be a bit more dramatic as a wedding guest. I'm going to be starting on the eyeshadow next. I'm going to be using a really neutral shade called Wood Rose by Bobbi Brown, which is this one here. So I'm just sweeping this colour all across the lids. A lot of you have been asking why I apply mascara first. It's personal preference, whatever you want to do, but I find that the mascara tends to catch any shadow pigments that may fall down, and if a lot of them fall down, then I can always just give another coat on the mascara. This is especially true when you've got glitter on the eyes, because glitter is really difficult to get off the skin. So I'm now going to be using a darker colour called Black Plum, also by Bobbi Brown. It's this one here. Using my angled eyeshadow brush, which is much thinner as well, it's just easy to control. I'm going to be taking this colour along the lash line. Basically, our shape today is going to be fairly dramatic. We're going to be taking it up here in the corner socket, and we're going to be winging it out quite a lot. So this is the general shape that we're going to do. It's really good just to get an outline like I've done now, and then we'll be going over that and blending, layering up on the colour. So with an even darker colour now, I'm going to be using Caviar, also from Bobbi Brown, with my small eyeshadow brush from Topshop. Close your eyes, darling. Just again going over the lash line here. Now this look is all about layering and blending on the eyes, so don't worry if you feel like it looks a bit strange at first, because at the end it's going to look beautiful. So I'm just going over with the darker colour, making sure that the darker colour is concentrated in the middle. I'm now going to be using a palette from Revlon. This is called Goddess. I'm going to be using the lighter grey colour. It's like a slate grey. So this is just to kind of blend the whole look together. So I don't want it to be too brown, that's why we're using greys as well. I'm going to be using a very slight pinky shade from the same palette now. Tap off the excess product. Close your eyes, darling. Just going to put it slightly in the middle. Just kind of gives a more dramatic effect. Okay, so now with the shadow done, I'm going to be doing the liner really to bring the definition out in this look. This one is called Graph Black and it's by MAC. You twist it up, which is really good. Close your eyes, darling. So we're just going to be going along the lash line, taking it up a bit thicker at the end of the eye. And don't worry how you apply this because we're going to be blending this as well. We're going to be using this liner underneath the eyes as well. Just really getting the lash line, just getting the roots and slightly wing it out. Now that I've done the liner, I'm going to be blending it back with our Caviar shadow that I used before. I'm going to be using quite a pointy eyeshadow brush to get really good blending. So just take it above where we've put the black liner. And this is quite a winged effect look, so take it up quite a lot. Just follow your natural eye shape for this. Going underneath now, just gives the liner a bit of a softer edge. And I'm going to be taking a cotton bud and moving this colour up, so it's not going to be so thick underneath. So even if you've dropped some shadow on the cheeks, which has happened even though I've got some mascara on, just going to clean up under the eyes a bit. Also going to take the colour slightly up. Look up, darling. This is just with the dry cotton bud because I want to blend rather than take the colour completely off. Okay, so lastly for the eyes, I'm going to be using a liquid liner called Intense Black and it's by L'Oreal. Just for that extra definition. Close your eyes, babe. So I'm just going to be applying this right along the lash line. Since you've already got colour here, it doesn't really matter about precision. Right, so I'm going to be defining the cheekbones now, using this product called Blunt, it's by MAC, using my blusher brush from Bobbi Brown, just underneath the cheekbones. This isn't really a bronzer, but I do use it to define shape in the face. I'm using this amazing palette by Clinique called Fresh Bloom for the blush. I'm going to be using my blusher brush. It's got a bit of a shimmer in it, but I really love these maroon pinky shades. And they go on the apples of the cheeks. So you can find out where your apples are by smiling. So I'm going to be doing some highlighting now, using this great palette by Topshop. It's a cream highlighter quad. I'm going to be using this coppery colour up here. I know it may seem that I'm doing a lot of layers in this look, but it's much better to start soft and layer on top of it to get a really good effect. And then also you don't tend to make a big mistake if you just use one heavy colour. Also tends to stay on longer and last you all day, all night through the wedding. From the same palette, I'm going to be using a slightly lighter shade than the copper just to highlight on top of the Cupid's bow here. So for the lips, I'm going to be using my Bobbi Brown palette. As I've mentioned before in another tutorial, you can actually get all of these colours in individual lipsticks, or if you're a complete lipstick junkie, you can buy the palette. For today, I'm going to be using a beautiful shade called Roseberry. It's number 26. I'm not going to be using a lip liner in this look because I don't want it to look too done. I want it to look more like a beautiful stain. Just applying it in little feathery strokes to get the colour right in there. This makes sure that the colour lasts all day as well. I'm not taking it quite up to the lip line because I'm going to blend it out. Just going to use my finger to really mush the colour into the lips because I don't want it to be super strong, more like a really pretty rose stain on the lips. So now I'm going to be setting the makeup with my Prep and Prime powder from MAC. I know it looks super white, but it's translucent and is really, really good for setting the makeup. It's super fine. I even use this on really dark skin, so don't be scared by the colour of it. So I'm just applying the powder where needed. Don't want to be covering up any place where I've done highlighting. So just the forehead and around the nose, like this. Under the eyes. Be careful not to cover up the cheekbones. Just focusing in the T-zone here. So here you have it, the finished look for today. All the products that I've used today are in the description box below. If you guys have got a wedding coming up or an event and you'd like me to show you how to do a particular look, then please do comment in the box below. I'll be back next week with another episode of Wedding Bells. I'll see you guys then. Bye!